What's up, Dunk Squad? It's Wayne Duncan, Novicia Duncan, and we're here with year 2 of the Madden 24 New England Patriots Realistic Rebuild. If you tune in to part 1, we finished 3-14, bottom of the AFC East, missed out on the playoffs. Belichick retired, got the free agency. We had a whole lot of money to spend. We saved most of that money. We made a couple of trades right before draft night. Crushed the draft because we are the draft king. We found our crown. We had a top 5 pick in the draft. And with all that being said, let's waste no more time. I'm going to show y'all what we did with that draft as we meet the roster, the team, the squad here before preseason starts and before training camp starts here in year 2. At the quarterback position, we ended up trading Mac Jones, got rid of Bailey Zapp, and it was a weak, really weak quarterback class. This dude, Angelo Cologne, was the only projected top 5 quarterback in the draft, and when we found out his true talent, it was round 3 to 4, which is not bad. As you see, he does have the blue hidden dev trait, but he was a low 70 overall. But I will take a hidden dev trait over that boring brown dev trait, that dirty ass dev trait any day. So he does have the hidden dev, and he was the best quarterback in the class by far. So we did trade down a little bit in the draft because of his talent. We didn't take him too high. Traded down with the Cincinnati Bengals. I think we went from like number 3 to 14. Still got our guy. Still got our quarterback. Hopefully Angelo Cologne can be that Tom. He will not be Tom Brady. Nobody ever will be Tom Brady. But hopefully he can be our Tom Brady replacement and be better than Mac Jones was here in New England. We brought in veteran Ryan Tannehill. He knows the Miami Dolphins playbook. Give us some insight on that. And then we have Nathan Rourke coming back to be our quarterback 3. At running back, we got Ramondre Stevenson, who was our most consistent player, probably not on just on offense, but for both sides of the ball, the whole team. He was the most consistent player last season. He ran over 1,000 yards, averaged over 4 yards per carry, tied a career high 5 touchdowns. He had no fumbles. The longest rush of the season, though, being only 10 yards, that was a concern, but that should improve this season with our new look offense and our offensive line. The only person we brought in from free agency was Antonio Gibson. I feel like he is a perfect fit here in New England to come in and be that third down back, catch passes out of the backfield. But that did not stop us from drafting and adding another running back to the running back room. We took this guy, Joe Font, however you want to pronounce it, hidden dev, 76 overall. And, the Patriots, they like to, in the past, as we try to recreate the dynasties from the past, the Patriots like rotating those running backs in. So we have Ramondre Stevenson, we have Antonio Gibson, and we have Joe Font. We have the earth, wind, and fire. Probably not in that order, but I like the 3 running backs. And we're going to try to rotate all of them in, but the lead back will be Ramondre Stevenson. We have Dwayne McBride here and Kevin Harris. Matt Christmas, we drafted a fullback because we did not have a fullback on the roster in year 1. I think we had Pharaoh Brown or whoever was playing third tight end as the fullback, but now we have an official fullback. Fullbacks matter. But the biggest addition outside of our rookie quarterback to the team, I mentioned we traded down in the draft from our top 3 pick to like the middle of the draft in the first round, 14, 15, whatever number it was, and we took T. Higgins in a trade with the Cincinnati Bengals to come over here and be our big target, our wide receiver 1, a great security blanket for our rookie quarterback. We're trying to add some weapons here on offense. So the rookie quarterback, Angelo Cologne, it'll take some pressure off of him, and we try to get him, into a great situation coming in, instead of being in one of those situations where it's a rookie quarterback with a bad roster and he's just getting killed. No, we want a Caleb Williams, Patrick Mahomes type of situation. and we're trying to do that here in New England by trading for T. Higgins. We also traded for Hunter Renfrow. So, I mean, didn't want to skip over Juju, but our receivers really didn't do much last season. With Juju and Devontae Parker, we have placed both of them on the trading block. They also may be cap casualties, even though it'll cost us a penalty of 12.8 mil and 7.86 mil. We might get rid of those guys. You know, we traded for Hunter Renfrow. He's just your typical white wide receiver in the slot that the Patriots have always had. That's why we made. That's not the only reason why we made a trade for him. We needed a slot wide receiver. But bringing in T. Higgins, bringing in Hunter Renfrow, and then Demario Douglas, I think he has a lot of potential. He could develop as our wide receiver 3, maybe even wide receiver 2 if Hunter Renfrow starts to regress. So because we want Demario Douglas to start to get on the field and get some playing time, Devontae Parker and Juju, their jobs may be in jeopardy. We also have Tyquan Thornton down here and Kayshon Boutte. At tight end, Hunter Henry did not play bad last season, but that did not stop us from drafting another tight end because we do want to try to create that 2 tight end system that New England has had before. So we took Andrew Jenkins, another hidden dev player in the draft, and we had Mike Gesicki. He comes in and replaces Mike Gesicki, and he's going to partner up with Hunter Henry. Now, Hunter Henry should start off as a starting tight end. You know, Madden simulation, they don't use a whole lot of 2 tight end sets, but we're going to try to use both of them and get them both catches, get them both on the field at the same time. And we brought in Pharaoh Brown. Offensive line still the same. Extended Trent Brown last season. Cole Strange, David Andrews, younger brother Jake Andrews, City Cell. We drafted this guy Barry Melvin just to add depth to the team, and then we also gave a contract extension to Mike Owenu. Also have Adarian Lowe and Tyron Wheatley Jr. At left end on the defensive side, Christian Barmore, young upcoming D lineman. Got Sam Roberts back. Dietrich Wise had a great season. He had 11 sacks, double-digit sacks, which was, I was kind of in the middle because I want to get Keon White on the field. I think we're going to sub him in just a little bit more this season so he doesn't lose his star dev trait and he can start getting some playing time, get him rotating in. Devon Gottschall, we were looking for his replacement. We couldn't find a nose tackle or defensive tackle in the draft. Didn't really see one in free agency. Still had Devon Gottschall under contract, so we're going to go with him for at least one more season. At left edge, we have Matt Judon. He had a great season, 11 sacks, just like Dietrich Wise did. But 32 years of age, is going to regress soon. May even lose his superstar dev trait. Do we pull a Bill Belichick and trade him a year early rather than a year late? I guess it would just depend how this season goes. If we get to mid-season, week 7, week 8, week 9, and we are not in playoff contention, maybe we pull the trigger and we trade Matt Judon at the trade deadline. Middle linebacker, we have Jawan Bentley, brought in Landon Collins, brought in Jayon Brown. Right outside linebacker, we have Jelani Tavai, and we drafted Brian Cutler in the second round, another hidden dev, 76 overall linebacker, sporting Mac Jones number 10. But he's going to come in and play alongside Jawan Bentley in this weird defense because, you know, Jelani Tavai, this is a 3-4. They have Jelani Tavai at right outside linebacker, but he's our sub linebacker, so Cutler will come in and play sub linebacker 2 or 3. And then at corner, have Jonathan Jones, Christian Gonzalez, J.C. Jackson, Marcus Jones, all the same names from last season. Marco Wilson, Sean Wade, Alex Austin, Isaiah Bolden, Adrian Phillips at free safety, Brandon Schooler at free safety. But we have Jabril Peppers, we have Kyle Duggar, we have Marte Mapu, another name that I'm trying to get on the field rather now than later. So we're going to have forgot how we set it up. We're going to have Mapu starting at strong safety. I believe Jabril Peppers starting at free safety. One of them will be playing free safety. The other will be playing strong safety. And then Kyle Duggar, the gadget player, he's going to be playing strong safety, free safety, corner, slot corner, linebacker, special teams, punt return. He's going to be doing every damn thing. And then we have Chad Ryland and Bryce Berger going into their second seasons. And there is our draft picks. We are missing a third-round pick. I believe I traded it. When we traded for Hunter Renfrow, we are going to go to the training camps, and we are going to do the target passing for our new quarterback, Angelo Cologne, just to see how he see what we're working with. Is that T. Higgins he just connected with, already throwing hit to his new top target. Hey, bro, is accurate. Out of reach there.
Let's go.
It's 2 targets.
Here we go. Set.
Another 2 targets, but out of reach. And we got the gold. And we just missed all the targets on that last throw. Doesn't matter. We get the goal for our quarterback. That is the only training camp we are going to do. I mean, I could do the tight end, could do the linebacker, could do the running back. All the guys that got, hidden dev. Maybe worked out like a Christian Gonzalez going into his second season. But we are ready for the preseason. We have the New Orleans Saints against the New England Patriots in the preseason. And we win 24-3. Hope we do that in the regular season. And let's see how Angelo Cologne did. So 1 touchdown, no picks. Same for Ryan Tannehill. He was 4-5. Tannehill was 12-20. So the rookie off to a great start. Antonio Gibson, our lone free agent signing, 44 yards and a touchdown. Mondre Stevenson with 43. And then the rookie running back Joe Fant, 5 attempts, 7 yards. Not a good look. And our rookie tight end, Andrew Jenkins, 6 catches, 62 yards. Spoke too soon. Joe Fant had a 38-yard touchdown reception, but not great in the backfield. Juju had a touchdown, but is on the trading block along with Devontae Parker. And Dietrich Wise continuing to thrive in this playbook of the New England Patriots. So we do have trade offers for... Why is Kyle Duggar on the trading block? We are not trading him, but we do have trade offers for Juju. We could get Mike Hilton, a 6 and a 7, Noah Brown in a 7th, Jack Gibbons in a 6, Ben Cleveland in a 6, Bobby Brown in a 5th. I actually don't hate that. Devon Diablo, Alexander Madison, Alan Lazard, a 6 and 7, Dory Jackson, Ronnie Hill, Milton Williams, and a 7th. Samson Ebicom, Kareem Hunt in a 7th. Getting some trade offers here. We got the Bills, but that's in the division. I actually like the where's the Rams one at? Bobby Brown in a 5th, 24 years old. Add depth to our interior defensive line. I don't hate that. We're gonna come back to that. Juju just had a touchdown in the preseason. So we'll come back to that. We're not going to answer the phone for any Kyle Duggar trade talks because we're not trading them. We have my Minnesota Vikings as we lose 21-14. Kirk Cousins, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Tannehill played great. Did throw an interception against backups. And once again, Angelo Cologne, very efficient, 16 of 20. He was 4-5 the first game. Antonio Gibson, he's killing it in the preseason, doing his thing. Fant, 1 carry, 6 yards. T. Higgins, 6 catches, almost 80 yards. Demario Douglas getting some catches. Antonio Gibson with a touchdown. And then we had no sacks, interception for J.C. Jackson. Chad Ryland does miss a field goal, but I'd rather him get that out of the way in the preseason before we step foot into the regular season. And we have wide receiver mentorship. This is Devontae Parker wanting to coach up the guy that I am prepping to take the wide receiver 3 spot from a Devontae Parker, from a Juju Smith-Schuster. And let's see, we're going to work on getting open. And I'll do medium routes. So thank you, Devontae Parker. Appreciate your services before you get released or traded. We do have a training camp standout, and it's Christian Barmore. Which one should I pick though for Barmore? Stopping the run. I'm gonna say rushing the passer. The only two guys that really got to the quarterback last season was Dietrich Wise and Matt Judon. So we need more pressure from the other players, even though they both had 11 sacks. That's great and all, but let's look at the trade offers again for Juju. See if we have any different ones. We kind of do. We have Dylan Redunds in a 5th, Russ Yeast in a 5th. So some of the same teams, different players though. Probably should have did that Bobby Brown trade with the Rams when I had the chance. But we'll wait till the final preseason game when we have to make our cuts, and then we'll probably cut Juju that way. We only have to cut 6 players as we beat my Seahawks 21-17. Played both my teams, my favorite teams, back-to-back weeks in the preseason here. But Tannehill gets a touchdown. He played really well. He's going to be our backup quarterback. Angelo Colon was outstanding. He's going to win the quarterback job over Tannehill. He was going to be the quarterback anyway. Ramondre Stevenson, all 3 running backs. Well, Gibson and Stevenson played really well in this preseason. There's our fullback I saw down there, Devontae Parker, 4 catches. He really didn't do much this preseason. He's probably going to get cut. Juju had a touchdown that first preseason game. Really didn't do much after that. Demario Douglas with that 5-yard little touchdown catch. And look at the fullback. Fullbacks matter, I told y'all. 1 catch for 3 yards and a touchdown. We have no picks, no sacks. Would love to see some interceptions and sacks in the preseason. Unfortunately, we did not. And we're going to see if we have any more calls coming in for Juju Smith-Schuster. I need to take the trading block off of Kyle Duggar. Let's see, Noah Brown and a 7th. Percy Butler, Ben Cleveland and a 6th. There's the Bobby Brown one and a 5th. And I think I'm going to do that one. I'm going to call the Rams. I'm going to do Bobby Brown. He will back up or compete with Devon Godchow. And we get a 5th-round pick for this upcoming draft. And Juju gets to go over there and play with, Cooper Kupp. Probably as wide receiver 2. And Puka Nacua over there. And Juju coming. Oh, that'll be good for the Rams. So, yeah, we're going to do that. Add some depth to the D-line. We've been really active with the trades so far in this rebuild. And Cologne and Tannehill both played great. They're going to be our quarterbacks 1 and 2. Russian, Ramondre Stevenson, he's the lead back. Antonio Gibson is going to beat out the rookie Joe Fant as the backup running back, at least for this season. T. Higgins, wide receiver 1. Demario Douglas will be wide receiver 3 with the cuts and trade to Devontae Parker and Juju. Now, Andrew Jenkins kind of outplayed Hunter Henry. I think I'm still going to at least start off with Hunter Henry as the starting tight end and then slowly transition Andrew Jenkins to the starter. Offensive line is already set, and then the defense pretty much is set. Now, Cutler, tied for most tackles with Kyle Duggar. He's probably going to start as the middle linebacker, too. We kind of already know who's going to be starting on defense. Dietrich Wise is the only person that had any sacks, and then J.C. Jackson with the only interception. Now, because we only have to make 6 cuts, we may keep 3 quarterbacks on the roster, or maybe we won't. Nathan Rourke is going to go to the practice squad. On any players that's always like under a 60 overall. Y'all know I usually don't go off of dev trait, so overall this is about performance and production, but something about that under 60. It just does something to me. Really does. Kevin Harris, really don't need 5 running backs. Gonna move him to the practice squad. And then Devontae, we could keep Devontae Parker on the roster as like a wide receiver for us. He doesn't have a mentor tag, bridge player, but I mean Tyquan Thornton and Kayshon Boutte. Just cut him. I could eat that penalty. Did retire in real life. Just gonna cut him now. Open up the door for Tyquan Thornton and Kayshon Boutte. We have our 3 tight ends. We have our offensive line. But Tyrone Wheatley Jr. will go to the practice squad. And then I think we have a bunch of cornerbacks. So that's the only, I mean, we just traded for Bobby Brown. 5 years younger than Godchild, and we could have our future starter, as it said there for the player tag. So that actually was a good trade. Not probably going to start, but add some depth to this team. And we can now move Oscar Worthy. Is he worth making the practice squad? Maybe not, but we're going to put him on there anyway. And then we have our linebackers and edge rushers. Yeah, we have a ton of cornerbacks. Isaiah Bolden, he is a special teamer, though. He is a special teamer. Could keep him. Him and Alex Austin are going on the practice squad. Or Brendan Schuler. Because we have a bunch of corners. This is tough. Maybe we'll do Brendan Schuler. Run support. What was our free safety? Hybrid. Damn it, run support. I know Kyle Duggar is what? They're all run support. That should be everybody that we have to cut. Yeah, so we got the trade accepted with the Rams. I am going to move. I don't want to move Mapu over. But I just know it having 1 free safety on the roster. But he will benefit from Adrian Phillips having the mentor tag. So it's not going to hurt to move him over, even though it's not going to be a perfect scheme fit. I do always try to, put those pieces of the puzzle together and just, have everybody be perfectly scheme fitted. But sometimes it doesn't work out like that. But he'll get mentored at least by Adrian Phillips. That way Kyle Duggar can, going to go Mapu Jabril Peppers. Kyle Duggar is going to be our gadget player. We do have to name some team captains too. Forgot about that. Go back. And who should get the team captain slots? I believe Matt Judon. Maybe Jonathan Jones. But definitely Matt Judon. He's the best player that we have. Maybe T. Higgins now. But Matt Judon, definitely. And then maybe a Jonathan Jones, maybe a Kyle Duggar. And I think we do maybe Kyle Duggar. And then we'll see if we have any more. Nope. So we've handed out the C patches on the jerseys. Congrats. Shout out, salute, Kyle Duggar and Matt Judon. We're going to upgrade the players, reset the depth chart, set it up to how we want it, and get ready for the regular season. We've got big 2 division games off the rip. Bills and Dolphins. And I'm sick of getting trade calls for Kyle Duggar. Taking them off. Damn it. We didn't even put him on there. So we're blocking all of y'all calls. He's not on the trading block. Don't call us. You're getting blocked. So we'll adjust the lineup. And we'll have to make major changes to it. Because they kind of set it up to how I want it anyway. But we'll go over it just to make sure there isn't any issues. We got Cologne starting, Ramondre Stevenson, Gibson, Font. Fullback would be Christmas. Farrell Brown will be back up, running back, and then we'll put we'll leave Jenkins right there. Wide receiver T Higgins, Hunter Renfrow, Douglas, Thornton, Butte, Henry, but we'll go Jenkins. Tight end will be Hunter Henry, Jenkins, Farrell Brown. Offensive line should be straight. Barmore, Dietrich Wise, White, but White will get on the field. Judon, Ellis, Bentley, Collins, but it is going to be Cutler. And then Lonnie Tavai, Cutler, and we'll go White. Corner, Jonathan Jones, Christian Gonzalez. We'll go him over Jones. And then J.C. Jackson, Marcus Jones, and Marco Wilson. Sean Wade and Alex Austin down there. Mapu's going to be starting free safety. And we'll go Duggar right there. Jabril Peppers, Duggar, and then Marcus Jones right there. Special teams will be Marcus Jones. They have Antonio Gibson, but we will go Tyquan Thornton. And then the punt returner will be Marcus Jones, Antonio Gibson, Duggar, DeMario Douglas, and instead of Tyquan Thornton, we will go Hunter Renfrow. Kickoff start will be Behringer, Andrews. Third down back will be Gibson, Stevenson, Font. Power back will be Ramondre Stevenson, Font, Antonio Gibson. Slot receiver Hunter Renfrow, Douglas. Instead of Tyquan Thornton, we're going to go with the other tight end, Jenkins. Left end will be Judon with Keon White. And we'll just throw maybe Dietrich Wise, Tavai, Sam Roberts, maybe Christian Ellis. Go Dietrich Wise. Right in will be Dietrich Wise, Ellis, and we'll go Keon White. And then D-tackle, we will have Barmore, Godchow. Had Keon White, but we now have Bobby Brown. But we're gonna still go Keon White. Bobby Brown, you're new to the team, damn it. We're gonna go by seniority. Keon White was here before, even though you've been in the league longer than him. And we might even do Keon White over Godchow, like that. And then sub linebacker Jelani Tavai. We're gonna go with the rookie Cutler and Duggar. And slot corner will be Duggar, Marcus Jones, J.C. Jackson. Smapu starting at free safety. Yeah, so a lot of versatility on this team, especially the defense. Just moving players around like Duggar, Keon White, the linebackers, Tavai, and the rookie linebacker. But our season goal, this is Gerard Mayo's first year. And I feel like I spelled Gerard Mayo's name. Why do I feel like it's spelled wrong? Is there 2 R's in Gerard Mayo? I feel like I gotta look this up. It's gonna be on my mind. It's gonna bother me. No, I got it right. 1 R. Yeah, that was right. But we're going to stick with 4 wins. And 4 wins, I mean, rookie quarterback, first year for Gerard Mayo. Auto-generate the class. And look at that. Perfect. Defensive tackle is probably going to be our biggest need. One of our biggest needs going into next season, in the offseason. And look at that. The top player, Marquise Bonner. He is the top player in the draft. There's a corner. There's a quarterback. Now, I did say there would be like top 5 quarterbacks. I do see 2. So, kind of feel good about just going quarterback in the draft. But there is a lot of offensive tackles. About 5 of them in that top 10 there. But we're not focused on the draft. We're focused on having a building block year. We might even over-exceed expectations this season. I feel like it's one of those rosters that can do it. We're only at 81 overall, 83 defense, 80 offense. Camp standout continuing for Christian Barmore. He may have a breakout season. And let's see, we got to get 2 sacks. Barmore. And that's why we got that rushing the passer, finesse moves, and power moves. We'll do the rookie quarterback. And I just show flash. No expectations. No expectations. He was a day 3-4 talent. So simulate on the road against the Buffalo Bills. See if we can pick up a win on the road. And we can't. 28-17. Lose the first game of the season of the Gerard Mayo era. We didn't really do much on offense and defense. 1 turnover. Same problems we had last season. Averaged like a turnover every game. Josh Allen was just really good that game. Ramondre Stevenson almost 50 yards and a touchdown. Antonio Gibson got shut down. Khalil Shakir went off. T. Higgins and Hunter Renfrow are 2 new wide receivers, both with 40 yards apiece. And look at that. I love seeing the tight end productions. He had 2 catches. He's our backup tight end, remind you. And then Hunter Henry was held to 1 catch. David Andrews giving up a sack to Matt Milano. And we threw a pick to Matt Milano. They did miss a field goal with Tyler Bass, but we did not miss our 45-yarder with Chad Ryland. But we are 0-1 to start the season. And why do I have 52 out of 53? Did I cut more players than I needed to? Could just bring someone from the practice squad, but we'll just leave it like that. 10,000 XP. Wasn't reading if he hit it or not. But he's continuing his breakout. He must have did it. We must have shut down the run or something. Wasn't really paying attention to the Dolphins or the Bills we played. Playing the Dolphins right now. But the Bills stat sheet. But we are on the road again. I can't wait to lose on the road again. As the mock draft 1 prepares itself. And we lose on the road again, 28-14, giving up 28 points back-to-back weeks within the division. I mean, we shut the running game down. They passed all over us. We did the same to them, but 4 turnovers. 10 third down conversions and 2 fourth down conversions is great and all, but I would like to have flipped Tua's and Angelo Cologne's touchdown interception columns. Like, put the 1 down here, the 4 over here. A lot of interceptions for the rookie. Growing pains. But 51 yards for Ramondre Stevenson. Gibson was great as a running back too. But Jalen Waddle, man, did his thug. He did his thug. 142 and 3 touchdowns, bro. He burnt us. He cooked us that game. Hunter Renfrow has been great out of the slot. Brian Cutler, the rookie, 2 TFLs, a sack, and a pick. What a day for him. And no picks for anybody else. What's up with these field goals kickers missing field goals against us? Ryan Suckup and Tyler Bass missing against our special teams. Shout out to special teams. They matter. Mock Draft 1 is available. We are 0-2. We should be mocked up here, top of the board, and we are not. That defensive tackle, man. The power moves and the block shedding are A's. Maybe talking generational. They have us at number 6 taking a left tackle. I mean, they had us taking a left tackle in Mock Draft 1 last season. And we brought back Trent Brown. So, not taking a left tackle. Unless we move him inside the guard or something. Weekly award winner. Don't know who could this be going to. And it went to Cutler, our rookie linebacker. 12 tackles, a sack, and an interception. And Kemp stand out. We did shut down the run. So that may be good for Christian Barmore. And didn't do it. Didn't get the job done. And we have our first home game of the season against my Hawks. $38. What is up with the defense, man? I know we went heavily on the offense in the draft, but this defense 38 points. The offense was even worse, bro. 104 passing yards. Turnover, only 3 third down conversions. He's a rookie. Stevenson being consistent. Couldn't stop DK and Tyler Lockett or Noah Fant. He was the best tight end on the damn field. I mean, got pressure. Keon White got in there, got a sack. Godchow, Judon, big play Trey. We threw an interception too. We start the season 0-3. 0-3. We had the Jets. Don't know why Roger Goodell giving us all these road games, and we can't win any. 21-10. Can't score, and we can't stop other teams from scoring. That is not a good combination. That is not a good mix. We were down. No, we were up 10-0 at the half, looking to get our first win of the season, and we just got shut out in the second half, bro, by Aaron Rodgers and the Jets. 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, 1 sack from my birthday twin, and we didn't throw a touchdown, but we did throw an interception. Got sacked once. Shout out to the offensive line. Ramondre Stevenson with the touchdown. But we could not stop Alan Lazard, who was on the trading block that we could have traded for when we were looking to trade Juju. Jenkins is playing better than, I mean, look at that. I love seeing the 2 tight ends get receptions. I think, let me know in the comments. I mean, this isn't like a major question or anything, but is the Patriots playbook, do they actually use the 2 tight ends? Have I found a playbook that uses the 2 tight ends? Or is that just who this quarterback is just throwing the ball to? 6 catches and 8 catches? I've never seen a stat like that. Jelani Tavai, or at least in Madden, from the 2 tight ends. But Jabril Peppers with the interception. Jelani Tavai with a sack. Chad Ryland remains missless on the season. Is that even a word? But we have our second game. We just played the Dolphins. So we're getting our second meeting with them out the way. Can we get our first win of the season? Man, the Bills are undefeated. Jets 3-1. It's going to be one of those seasons where we're the only ones without a win, right? So the offense played their little hearts out, 24 points, but we gave up 31. I mean, we passed the ball, too many turnovers. We were better than them on 3rd down. They went for it on 4th down. They were up 24-7 at the half. So for us to rally back in the second half and make it close, we can build on that. Breakout game for Demario Douglas. 7 catches, 97 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Okay. At least we got something out of his game. T. Higgins. Jenkins is playing really well, and I think we're going to make the change. I think we are going to move him to starting tight end. He is outplaying Hunter Henry right now. What? Did I do that? He's supposed to be number 3, but he was number 2. Maybe that's why he was getting... I don't know. But we'll put Tyquan Thornton there. Get him some playing time in. Do we need to make any other changes? Dietrich Wise really isn't doing that much, but we're going to keep him as a starter. Defense has been an issue. Could be switching Bobby Brown. We can move him up, start over Devon Godchow. Only 1 point away. We'll make some more changes later in the season if this trend continues of us piling up all these L's. So for right now, we're just going to make the change at tight end. Gibson is playing well, so we're not going to make changes to running back too. But change at tight end as we got the Houston Texans on the road, another road game, and another loss, 21-14. And we ran the ball, passed the ball, no surprise, turnover from Angelo Colon. But he didn't play that bad. Ramondre Stevenson's playing okay. And this rookie tight end, man, really outplaying Hunter Henry. He is now the sole starter for this offense. Um, Great draft pick. I think we got him like in the third round. Christian Barmore with a sack. Wish he would have did that during his breakout. Kickers being efficient. But would love to get that first W of the season, man. 0-6 versus 6-0. Something's got to give. Every other team in the division at least at 500, and we're 0-6, well under 500. Mock draft 2, prepping itself, and 35-7, man. This is where couldn't run it, couldn't stop the run. They did the old school on us. They were the Undertaker, got on the rope, walked on it, jumped off, hit us with the old school. Cologne, not having a great rookie season. Matt Christmas, shout out to the fullback, rookie fullback getting a touchdown. Mario Douglas. Douglas and Jenkins, they're looking like the bright spots on the offense so far this season. And then defensively, Christian Gonzalez, Matt Judon with the half sack. Judon not getting any pressure this season. Chad Ryland even misses a damn field goal. So we are going to, how many, as we look at mock draft 2 real quick. Number 1 overall pick. Now that defensive tackle, bro, he has to be. He's the pick. He's the guy. He's the guy. He's the guy. He's the guy. And we may even, of course the quarterbacks are better in this class, but we may even look at quarterback as well. Maybe in free agency if there's a veteran there that we could pay big money to. But got to give this guy a chance. Only one season. But we are going to look at some trades and see what we can get for some of these players with expiring contracts. Jonathan Jones has 1 year left on his contract. We may not bring him back. Jelani Tavai has 1 year left on his contract. Jelon Bentley with 2 years left on his contract. Matt Judon with 1 year left on his contract. So we'll see what we can get for Judon, as this season is damn near lost. Carlton Davis and 2 7th-round picks. Michael Wilson, Julius Brents, Jahan Dotson, Josh Sweat, and a 5th. You want Judon. It's like a win now move for the Eagles. Darius Slayton, CJ Mosley, Jacoby Myers, bringing them back to the Patriots. I don't like any of these offers, really. Besides Carlton Davis one. But we have Marcus Jones. Probably not Matt Judon. Let's see what we can get for Jonathan Jones. If he has any... he does have some. B.J. Hill, Rondell Moore, Alec Pierce, Allen Robinson, Nick Morrow, Ricky James, Donovan Peoples-Jones. They're giving me a bunch of wide receivers. John Mechie. We don't really need wide receiver right now. Any other names that we could trade? Not trading Julius Peppers. Not trading Barmore, Hunter Henry. Maybe Alex Singleton. It's actually not that bad. And Jonathan Grenard. So I don't like any of these trades. We are gonna probably would be smart to trade some of these players. But we're 0-7. We could still go on a run. But I don't think so. 0-7 against the Colts. Bills 7-0. See if we get our first win of the season, and we actually do. We may go on a run. I may have just jinxed it. 22-5. Weird 22 points. Plus, they got a safety in that second quarter. But We passed the ball. We shut their passing game down. Jonathan Jones must have been pissed that I had him in trade talks. But 256, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. This is the type of game that I needed to see out of Angelo Colon to try to convince us that we don't need to replace him at quarterback, to give him some more time to learn, develop. Hunter Renfrow, with that trade, T. Higgins first touchdown as a Patriot. Jenkins, don't slow down now that you're the starter. Do not slow down now that you're the starter. Christian Barmore continuing to break out. Jelani Tavai, Judon. Now these guys are starting to play. Brian Cutler, another interception on the season. Maybe defensive rookie of the year. Maybe. And what I'm going to do with him, we already have Kyle Duggar playing slot corner. And he's sub linebacker 2, but we're going to move Cutler up to linebacker 2. And then week 9, we have a weekly award winner, must be the linebacker Cutler. No, it's actually Cologne. Forgot he threw the 3 touchdowns, not interceptions, 3 touchdowns. And then we are going to simulate against Jacksonville and then look at contracts. $45. Them boys almost dropped 50 on us. 45 to shit. 24 skunked us in the first half. I almost lost it. I thought that said 7 passing yards. 4 turnovers. Shout out to Trevor Lawrence, who got paid today as I record this in real life. But 38 yards for Ramondre Stevenson, and that was about it. Nobody else did anything. Offensive line didn't give up any sacks. Christian Barmore, Godchow, and Judon did have some half sacks. Kyle Duggar with the interception. And we are going to make some changes. We're going to get some of the younger guys on the field because this season is already lost. We are 1-8. So what we are going to do, going to see if we can get some sparks anywhere. So Font's going to play over Antonio Gibson. Jenkins is an X factor. That's why he was playing like that. X factor tight in the 3rd round. Wow. We're going to do Keon White over Dietrich Wise. We're going to do Bobby Brown over Godchow. We're going to do Cutler probably over Jawan Bentley. Jonathan Jones, do we bench him and go Marcus Jones? No, not right now. So 3rd down back, still going to be Antonio Gibson. Actually, let's see what Font can do. And then slot receiver is fine. Right in, going to go Keon White. D tackle, we're going to go Barmore, White. We have Godchow. We'll do maybe Dietrich Wise, or we'll do Bobby Brown, get him in. And Tavai, Cutler, Duggar, slot corner, Duggar, yeah. So that's all the changes we're making. We got the young guys on the field now. Might as well get them some playing time, get them the experience, look at the contracts, see who we need to bring back. Now, Jabril Peppers, I would, like on a 2 or 3 year deal. Maybe a 3-year deal. We have a lot of money, so we need to allocate that somewhere. 16 mil. Barmore, though, definitely. I would even give him a 5-year deal. Stevenson, leading back, I'll give him a 4-year deal. Up the money. Tavai, I'll wait to see because we have the right outside linebacker really playing inside. We'll wait to see on him and Peppers. Hunter Renfrow, we made the trade. Gonna bring him back. He's our slot wide receiver. Don't make that trade for nothing. Jonathan Jones, at his age, we'll wait to see. Same with Judon. But because we didn't trade him, we may bring him back for another season. Marco Wilson, no. Bobby Brown, we did trade for him, but we'll wait to see how he plays now that he's starting the second half of the season. David Andrews, a lot of old guys on this team, man. Dietrich Wise. Gonna be losing some team captains. But Cole Strange, we're gonna pick up that fifth-year option. But we got some big decisions to make in the offseason. Maybe changing up the guard. And we win 21-7. And if we finish strong too, that may convince me to change my mind to bring some of these guys back. We had a big rushing day, not passing wise, a lot of turnovers. We shut them out the first 3 quarters too, before they scored their touchdown in the fourth quarter. Touchdown, 2 picks, 2 sacks. Mondre Stevenson got paid and played like a however much, we paid him. Running back Joe Fant, we put him in as RB2, touchdown, wasted no time. Demario Douglas with the touchdown. Keon White with the sack. So some of these guys stepping up now that we're giving them the opportunity to play a little bit more. And we get our second win of the season as we have the Mike Vrabel game. And I probably should have focused all on that defensive tackle, but I know he's going to be great. Probably going to be like oh my God. That's like the 3rd game we got shut out, bro. Second in 3 weeks. 0-28, bro. Just unacceptable. Yo, we had Tannehill on our team too, bro. You should have gave us insight on the playbook, bro. Couldn't stop Derrick Henry. Couldn't stop Tajay Spears from getting in the end zone. Couldn't score points. Couldn't win. Christian Barmore, Matt Judon, both with sacks. Could bring Judon back like on a 1-year deal. Could still finish the season with high number of sacks. Probably not double digits. This is the Juju Bobby Brown game. We made that trade, made them better. Watch Juju went off on us for like 200 receiving yards. Something crazy like that. We passed the ball well, but we just turned the ball over. Tied 14 at the half, and we got shut out in the second half. We are not a second half team for some reason. Here it is. Let's see. T. Higgins, Hunter Renfrow were great. Juju 7 catches for 57. Okay, with Cooper Kupp, we couldn't stop him. Defensively, Judon half a sack. Tavai, Bobby Brown half a sack against his former team. And I do want to see some of these dev traits. We already know that the tight end is an X factor, but we get to see what the quarterback is. Probably star, not playing like no star, but he comes out as a star. Jenkins is a X factor. He is our Rob Gronkowski. So we try to make him a scheme fit here. And we didn't even start him like from the beginning of the season. He outplayed Hunter Henry, earned the job, and then he earned us our crown with revealing that we drafted, X Factor. Still got to wait for Font because he just got the job over Antonio Gibson. And then defensively, Cutler, that might have been a superstar because he's been playing great. And did we have any other? It was the tight end, the running back, the quarterback, and the linebacker was our 4-headed dev. So Cutler comes out as a star, quarterback as a star, tight end X factor. But we'll take those. 3-8 versus 2-10. This will be a horrible game to watch on prime time. 17-7. We need this bye week coming up. No touchdowns, no picks. Ramondre Stevenson, Font did their thing. Receivers, the quarterback isn't playing well. The receivers are not going to play well. Barmore, Bobby Brown, he's been stepping up. Man, we may not take that defensive tackle, bro. We're still going to take him. Do have a bye week. We are going to take this time to upgrade the team. Barmore, 2 points. Cutler, 2 points. He is a run stopper. Some weird junk going on. The model. I'm actually just gonna back out because I don't want to look at that anymore. Cologne, he's already. We're gonna get his improviser. You gotta learn how to improvise. I gotta improvise a little bit. Everybody else would love to upgrade, but just gonna auto upgrade this season. Already going down as an L in the record book. Man, the Bills 10-2. What happened to the Dolphins and Jets? They were having winning seasons, but not so much now. Still better than us. 2-11. We need about 2 more wins to save Gerard Mayo's job. Get our 3rd win there right after the bye week. Maybe that's all we needed was a bye week. 21-14, we ran the ball, passed the ball, no turnovers. That is probably the most complete game we have played all season. 2 touchdowns, no interceptions from Angelo Colon. Ramondre Stevenson, Font has been a beast since coming in for Antonio Gibson. Higgins and Renfro are 2 trade guys. 100 yards for Higgins, 2 touchdowns and 95 for Hunter Renfro. And then 3 sacks for Keon White. Let's go. See, sometimes you got to let a guy sit and learn, and then when you put him in there, they'll show you everything that they have learned through their play. Weekly award winner got to go to Keon White with those 3 sacks, 5 tackles. And just like the tight end, he did not start the season as a starter, worked his way in, and now it's working out for us. And the Dolphins and Jets fell off a cliff. And we get blown out by the Broncos 38-10, 14-38. I'm so used to scoring a low amount of points. But didn't pass, didn't run, turned the ball over. We didn't win. Jacoby Brissett. They spy-gated us. I don't know what to say. Jenkins with the touchdown. T. Higgins with a touchdown. And now we're just focused on getting the 4th win of the season, saving Gerard Mayo's job, and then picking at the top of the draft, spending some money in free agency. That's what we are focused on right now. Get our 4th win of the season. That's great. We got 1 more game against the Bears. We ran the ball, didn't pass it, no turnovers. I will take that. No picks, no touchdowns. Stevenson, great. Might be another 1,000-yard season. Man, Fant is doing his thing as the running back, too. Trent Brown giving up sack. No sacks for our team. No picks. Missed field goal from Chad Riley. He hasn't really missed much. I think that's only 2 missed field goals. He only missed 2 last season, 2 or 3. So 4-12 versus 4-12. Someone's got to give. If the Jets lose and we win, don't know if they swept us, we may be able to move up 3rd. Now, I do want to check the standings. We may need to lose this game. Bucks number 1, then Browns, Bears, Patriots. Yeah, so if we lose this, we at least move here where the Bears are. Depending on if the Browns win, we could be picking 2 through 4 right now. So Bears maybe do us a favor here. I do want to win. Don't want to lose, but maybe best for us to lose, and that's exactly what we do. 31-28, close game. 16-1 Cowgirls, come on. But the Browns beat us. We are 3rd, so picking number 3. I think we picked number 3 last year. I think they picked number 3 in real life. They picked Drake May. But 31-28. On the wrong schedule there. Wrong team. But bye week, we went 2-2. We passed the ball. Too many turnovers. And we still lost only by 3. So the 2 picks were crucial. They were the deciding factor in that game. 44 yards and a touchdown for Ramondre Stevenson. Joe Fant, 2 receiving touchdowns. T. Higgins, Hunter Renfro, Micah Winu. We had no interceptions, no sacks, no missed field goals. But another disappointing season. But I think we can build on this. We got some guys some younger guys on the verge of emerging, but we were the last offense in the league. And for us to invest heavily in the offense as we did, especially through the draft, for us to be dead last and with the 24th in passing, 31st in rushing with the three running backs we had, and then 31st defense. Secondary, 19th, and then defense rest 29th. So basically dead last in every category. Passing leaders, you got Patrick Mahomes, Geno Smith. That can't be on my Hogs. Can't be that playbook. He has to be somewhere else. Dak Prescott and the 16-1 Cowboys. Saquon, Josh Jacobs, Derrick Henry, CeeDee Lamb, Puka Nacua, Tyler Lockett, Myles Garrett, Micah Parsons, Aaron Donald, all with 19 sacks. Foyesade Olakun, 8 interceptions at the linebacker position. Kendall Fuller, Denzel Ward, both with 6, and then Tremaine Edwards, Kenneth Murray, and Levante David. Looking at our stats, 31st in offensive yards. Looked like he had a better season than Mac Jones. 25 yards away from 1,000 for Ramondre, but he did have 9 touchdowns. And a disappointing year for T. Higgins. 22 interceptions. Does this playbook cause you to throw a lot of interceptions? Was a rookie, so we're going to give him a pass. Only sacked 27 times. And then rushing, Ramondre Stevenson, down year. Averaged under 4 yards per carry. Fumbled the ball. Longest rush was a first down again with 10 yards. Under 1,000 by 25 yards. And we paid him. If I knew he was going to have this type of season, maybe we let him walk and let him test free agency, and we go with Gibson and Fant. But hey. T. Higgins was our leading receiver when it came to yards. Demario Douglas was our leading receiver when it came to catches. And then Hunter Renfrow was our leading receiver when it came to touchdowns. So each one leading in a certain category, but no 1,000-yard guy. Jenkins, rookie, but almost 60 catches, 600 yards, 2 touchdowns. I mean, the quarterback play could have been better. What was our longest reception of the season? 84 yards to Hunter Renfrow. Offensive line, love seeing that from the both tackles. Under 10. We paid them last season, and it paid off for us. David Andrews was just ass, man. He was garbage. He was trash. We're moving on at center. Cole Strange was okay. It's good. And then City So. Only 1 sack last season, 0 this season. Give him offensive lineman of the year and a new dev trait, damn it. Cutler, as a rookie, leading tackler on the team, 127, 13 TFLs, a sack, 2 interceptions, defensive rookie of the year nomination. Jelani Tavai, 113, 9 TFLs, 3 sacks. Great season for him. We may have to bring him back. Jabril Peppers, we already tried to bring back. He declined us. Kyle Duggar. I mean, the secondary was probably the best statistical part of the season. So, Judon, 15 TFL, 6 sacks. Bring him back for a year. Jonathan Jones probably gone. Probably should have traded him. Probably should have traded both of them, honestly. But Mapu didn't do much. I mean, you can't base everything off of interception, so I'm not going to say didn't do much. Barmore was great. 17 TFLs, 5 sacks, almost 60 tackles. And then Keon White to have 8 TFLs, 5 sacks, coming in at week 9, week 10, taking over. It's over for Dietrich Wise. He's gone. Bobby Brown was great from when we brought him in, too. So all the sub guys came in and they did their thing. Forced fumbles, we had 1. It was Jelani Tavai. Mapu did have a block, even though he didn't have any interceptions. No defensive touchdowns. We only had 5 field goal attempts all season. Made all his extra pointers. Inside the 20, 12 times. Longest was 71 yards, average 52.4. And then no special teams touchdowns. Yearly awards, MVP. And the 16-1 Cowboys. Patrick Mahomes, Number 2. I don't know what I'm talking about. Geno did do that on the Hawks. Okay. Maybe they changed their playbooks or something, though. AFC, though. Offensive Player of the Year goes to Devontae Adams. Defensive Player of the Year goes to TJ Watt. No page. Offensive Rookie goes to Darius Flemings on the Steelers. We got Andrew Jenkins, our tight end, at number 5. We got Fant, our running back, at 7. And our quarterback, Cologne, at number 8. And then Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Brian Cutler, our second-round pick. He already was a star dev. That should bump him up to that shiny gold superstar dev trait. And then best quarterback goes to Patrick Mahomes. Best running back goes to Isaiah Pacheco. Receiver goes to Devontae Adams. Offensive line goes to, come on, man. No sacks given up in these number 4. That's BS. D lineman goes to Myles Garrett. Linebacker goes to TJ Watt. Judon at number 7. Just for being on that list may make us bring him back. Denzel Ward for DB. Best kicker goes to Eddie Pinedo. And we improved by 1 win, so it was an improvement, but last in the division again, picking top 3 again. But can say it was an improvement. I honestly think we played a little bit better last season. But we're going to focus on free agency, bringing some of our guys back, maybe not bringing anybody back, and seeing how we can improve this team in the offseason again. We'll go to the Pro Bowl. We had no Pro Bowlers, bro. They snubbed us in every way they could. It's the Bills, Cowboys. Bills are in our division. I like to root against the division when I'm doing these rebuilds. Don't really care about the Cowboys, so we'll probably go for the Cowboys in this one. But looking at the Pro Bowlers on the AFC side, if Joe Thuney was still a Patriot, Matt Judon makes it. So he doesn't make it the year he has 11 sacks, but then makes it when he only has 6. Okay. And he is our only Pro Bowler. So shout out to Matt Judon, who we may have to bring back now. And we'll see if we have any dev trait upgrades at the Super Bowl week. I expect the linebacker, Brian Cutler. He has the abilities tab, and he is now a superstar dev. So for us to draft a X Factor tight end in the 3rd round, our 2nd round was a star linebacker, won Defensive Rookie of the Year, now superstar, and then for our worst pick to be our 1st round pick at quarterback in the 1st round. Our 2nd round pick and 3rd round pick was better than our 1st round pick. He should be better next season. Don't know what Font is just yet. That'll be crazy. Man, City So should have been lineman of the year. But home run pick with Jenkins. Home run pick with Cutler at linebacker. Cologne will still have to wait and see. And then there you see it. He is superstar. Judon holds on to a superstar, but when we get to the re-sign period, they may bump it down to star, maybe even normal. Keon White keeps his star. Barmore keeps his star. And then nobody else went up or down, so that's good. What about the punter? Behringer still has his, so we're good to go. See who wins the Super Bowl. See who we bring back. See who we let go. See where we go from there in the draft. Whew, low scoring, boring ass Super Bowl. But Bills do win it. Tre'Davious White, Super Bowl MVP. Bills get their 1st Super Bowl, and they end the curse. Dak Prescott is the NFL MVP, though. Mike McCarthy is the coach of the year, but they couldn't get it done in the biggest game of the year. Also won Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year goes to TJ Watt, and then that wide receiver for the Steelers, Darius Flemings. And Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Brian Cutler overall, linebacker on the right for the Patriots. That was the right decision. NFL. And the right decision for us to draft him in the 2nd round. Retirements. We have a couple of Camerons. Cam Jordan, Cam Hayward. Ryan Tannehill retires. Got my boy B-Wags and Kendricks. Go Vikes. Or Skull Vikes. Go Hawks. Yes, Dolphins losing players, making their team a little bit weaker, so we can try to win the division. And nobody else. Malcolm Butler. And now the re-sign period, or we either hand out some money, or we put it back in our pockets. And we are picking number 3, and we do have the defensive tackle right. Oh, that's so annoying, bro, that we may have to trade up one spot to get him. And what else is also annoying, if this guy ends up being a top 5 guy, we probably could have got our quarterback in this class. Where's that other quarterback? I just want to take a look at him. Don't remember dude's name. That receiver looks great. Peters looks great, but we already invested in the guy that we have, which could be just another Mac Jones. But we're gonna make some decisions right now. Over 120 mil. We may have to spread some. So I think Jelani Tavai. I hate to give him a 4-year deal. We are gonna overpay a little bit to get him back. Jonathan Jones, no, we have depth at corner. Jabril Peppers, I really don't want to give him a 4-year deal, man. I really don't. We have Mapu. We have Kyle Duggar. I would give him this 3-year deal. Really a 2-year. We may have to franchise tag him. Cole Strange will pick up the 5th-year option. What does Judon want? 2-year deal, but really a 1-year deal. He is down the star though. Should have traded his ass. Should have traded him. Oh, it's the 14 mil. We'll do this. Probably was a bad contract. Bobby Brown played well. I'll give him a 3-year deal. Trade it for him. And we still have 80 mil. David Andrews is gone. Godchild's gone. Dietrich Wise, all those guys got outplayed last season. And then all these other guys can go, and Jabril Peppers, the franchise tag is not that bad. So bring him back. Biggest loss, Jonathan Jones, David Andrews. They're gone. So we will look to replace those guys. And who else? Devon Godchild, he's gone. Take a look at the roster, see what we need. Antonio Gibson could get released. Keep him on the team though for now. Maybe throw him on the trading block. We'll keep him. He didn't play bad last season. What was Fance? Probably star. Receivers, we're going to keep. Tight end, they let him keep his X factor. That's good. Offensive line, we are going to need center unless Jake Andrews is ready to step up. And then we paid Barmore, brought back Bobby Brown, but probably going to look to take that defensive tackle. Judon, 2-year deal. Really going to be a 1-year deal. Probably trade him next year where he has no value or cut him. Jawan Bentley may be the one to go. Didn't do much last year. I am going to put him on the trading block. Pay Tavai. We still have J.C. Jackson. Probably going to Probably going to be a cut casualty, cap casualty. And Marcus Jones could now play corner, but I still look at him as a special teamer. So we'll look at defensive tackle, look at middle linebacker, we'll look at center, see what's in free agency, and then ooh, Zach Martin at guard, Jalen Waddle, damn, Javon Holland, Antonio, Cooper. Don't need any quarterbacks, but I am willing to pay a backup quarterback. But probably not none of those guys. Warren, Mitchell, Hubbard, Miles Sanders. No, we have our running backs. We have our fullback. We have our wide receivers as much as DeAndre Hopkins, but we don't have Bill Belichick anymore. So we're going to go with Demario Douglas, Hunter Renfrow, and T. Higgins. Tight end, we are good. We do need interior offensive linemen, and that is center. You have Ryan Kelly here. You have Ryan Jensen here. You have Mitch Morse. But we just went off of David Andrews, and he's about the same age range as all those other guys. We're probably going to let the draft a center. City So played well. Not going to bring in Wyatt Teller or Brandon Scherf, Zach Martin, none of those guys. Let's look on defense. Defensive tackle, we know who we want. Targeting that guy in the draft. Any middle linebackers? Jerome Baker's here. Hassan Reddick. Edge, if we would have let Judon walk. Khalil Max, too old. Corner, so Douglas, Stevens, and then we're good at safety. I think I am going to throw some money at Jerome Baker. He's a scheme fit. Doesn't think we have a franchise quarterback, though. And I don't blame him. I don't blame him at all. But I feel like we should save our money and look towards the draft. I think that would be the right move. Could bring in like a Jermaine Pratt. Jerome Baker is like 1 year younger than Juwan Bentley, so that's probably not. Yeah, I think we're just going to save our money. When it came to like positions that we need, the right players just aren't there. Let's upgrade this just to get this out the way for the practice squad players. But yeah, the players that we need for those positions are just not there in free agency. So we are going to move to the next stage in the draft. Maybe get some leftover scraps in free agency, but right now, no, nah. Some guys that are there would be great if we didn't make the moves that we made the year prior to this. So look at mock draft 4, see what we have at number 3. I hope that we're gonna have to trade up, bro. Got to trade up one freaking spot. But here's the thing: the Bucks changed their option. They're not going quarterback anymore. They're looking to go right in, which means Stanley Burr. We want the defensive tackle. Have to trade up one spot with the Browns, but we are going to look at the other college players just to see. I mean, I'm interested in the quarterback. There is another one down here, but he doesn't look as great as the other two. All those quarterbacks are short too, by the way. Don't need a fullback. Don't need receivers. Don't need. Could use another tight end if we want to move on from Hunter Henry as our tight end too. We need interior offensive line. Really center. And here's a good one. 3rd, 4th round talent. Looks okay. A awareness. Not a great run blocker. Great pass blocker. Look at the right guards, see if there's anybody. I mean, Kenny Cleary looks good. Yeah, I think Kenny Cleary would be a good pick. And then defensively, we're looking at that D tackle. Marquise Bonner. Just elite jumping, elite speed, elite agility, great acceleration, great change of direction, only good strength, but dude's a beast, bro. He's gonna be, I think he's gonna be generational, and I'm not looking at no other D tackle but him. He is the guy that we want. Now we do need another linebacker if we decide to move on from Jawan Bentley and Channing Crowder. Don't know why I'm looking at guys that are in the later rounds because we're gonna have a high pick. Now we don't have a third round pick. Oh, he's right outside linebackers. That's a run stopper, Darren Hardison. A hit power, A pursuit, A to C tackle, B zone coverage. Corner, could go corner. Move on from Jonathan Jones. Xavier Farrell, elite acceleration, D play rate though. Brandon Quick, A man, A press, D play rec, poor strength but B tackle. I mean, could be something there. I like all those A's. Tracy Taylor, not good in zone, just not good at all. Fooled me. Don't need any safeties, don't need kicker, don't need punter. What's their generational? So we're gonna have to try to make a move with the Browns unless they change their mind. And I probably should have did the Patriot way, the Patriot thing, and trade those players a year or two early. I know I preached it. I didn't practice what I preached. I don't know. Matt Judon was still great. He was the only Pro Bowler for us. Jonathan Jones, I really didn't like the trades. Could have traded for some draft picks. Jawan Bentley even. I mean, we can still trade those guys now. Well, Jonathan Jones is gone. So the quarterback looks like he's going to be available. D tackle, we have to trade up. We have to trade up. Have to trade up with them. We'll look at free agency recap. See what players went where. Bucks got Zach Martin, Jalen Waddle to the Rams. So they're probably moving on from Juju. We gave them. Don't see any. Well, Jets get DeAndre Hopkins. We're going to play with Aaron Rodgers. And Pratt there. Don't see any Dolphins. Don't see any Bills, Super Bowl champion Bills. They also get Jedrick Wills. The Jets loading up to make a run. Private workouts. We are going to work out I'm not going to do the quarterback because we're not going to pick him, but I would do him. I'm going to do Marquise Bonner. I'm going to do Hardison. And I'm going to do one of the corners. And it's probably going to be Xavier Farrell. Or probably the center. But we'll just do those three. And we have trade offers for Hunter Henry. And we're not going to trade him. We're going to keep him as our second tight end unless we draft another one. But we have to move up one spot with the Browns from 3 to 2 to get our defensive tackle. And I'm making a trade without even looking at the damn college players to see the guys that we just invited to a private workout, see what their true talent is. And we still don't know, but he's a beast, bro. We're taking him. Don't even need to see any more. For up top 5, he's definitely going to be our... Oh, man, this sucks. Oh, I hope he slips to us. Got to find a way to get him. And we got to find a way. We found our 3 guys. We found our 3 guys. Giving up pick 3. We don't have a 2026 pick, but we'll give up 2027's first round pick. Browns. What do they want? Give me your pick 2. They want quarterback, wide receiver, guard, D tackle. Right? Can't really give them a player because they're negative in the cap. So we'll do this. And they accept it. 2 first round picks. We move up 1 spot in the draft. And we're going to start the draft.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are on the clock.
Doesn't matter who the Bucks pick.
The Patriots are now on the clock.
Because now we are going to get a guy I believe is going to be the next Aaron Donald. A guy I believe is going to be generational. We pair him up with Barmore. And we have Keon White. It's going to be a young defensive line. Wreaking havoc in the trenches. Marcus Bonner, you are a Patriot.
It's the Cleveland Browns now on the clock.
Now, we are going to go pick by pick to watch these corners come off the board. We have a second round pick.
Bears are now on the clock.
We do have a second round pick.
Jets are now on the clock.
So we may not have to trade up.
The Arizona Cardinals are now on the clock.
We don't have a third round pick either to try to get that linebacker.
Giants are now on the clock. On the clock now, it's the Los Angeles Chargers.
I don't think...
On the clock now, the Houston Texans.
Alright, so I'm forgetting the names of some of these guys. So Harrison's 3rd, 4th rounder. No corner has gone off the board yet. So that's a win for us so far. But there's still, 18 other picks to go.
The Las Vegas Raiders are on the clock.
So there's the first, Braxton Love.
Up next,
And here comes the run on corners.
Eagles are on
Glenn Goodwin, his brother, Reggie Goodwin at safety. Dolphins probably going to take a corner just to piss us off. There goes the other quarterback. There's another quarterback, so we have a run on quarterbacks.
With the next selection, the Ravens are on the clock.
And looks like that corner
The 49ers
may make it
on
to
the
us.
clock now. Next up, the Cincinnati
Have a run on free
Bengals are
safeties.
on the clock. The New Orleans Saints are now on the clock. With
Have a
the
run on right outside linebackers. 4 quarterbacks going.
Chiefs are now on the
There's
clock.
another corner.
It's
And
the
we are a few
Buffalo
picks
Bills
away.
now on the clock.
And I think if we get lucky, if the Bucks, they go running back, and then the Browns go tight end, which means are you kidding me? He went? What? Top 5 corner went. So now we have to pivot. You gotta be kidding me, bro. So now we're either gonna go center. He is the top center. That guard's probably gonna be gone. But because we don't have a 3rd round pick, but we have an early 4th, who probably would make it there? Would Darren Hardison make it? Oh, that is so stupid, man. Corner went. I didn't even realize that he went. I like the linebacker more than I do the centers. I like him more than this corner down here, Brandon Quick. Can't believe they took the corner. Um, we're just gonna go Hardison,
It's
hidden
the
dev.
Bears now on the clock.
So that'll be it for Jawan Bentley. And maybe make a trade with the Packers right before the Jets. And we're not going to stop the clock. Not going to cheat the system.
Next up, it's the Packers on the clock.
And they don't have enough money. So we can't do it. Maybe we could do after the Jets.
With the next selection, the New York Jets.
The Colts. Can't believe the corner went, man. One of those cornerbacks' names did look familiar now when I look back on it. Oh, but that sucks. Now they have... No, we want the second round pick. What am I doing?
And now on the clock, it's the Arizona Cardinals.
Okay, Cardinals. You could use Jawan Bentley, right? Nope, they don't want him. Corner, left guard, right end, quarterback. You want Keon White, maybe?
Next up, the Titans.
Not
are
Keon White.
on the clock.
Dietrich Wise. Titans, Mike Vrabel. Buddy old pal. I think we just simulate to see if the guard or the center is there. I'm the corner. Really thought he would make it, and I just realized I don't have a third round pick.
Now on the clock.
So I might have just screwed myself, which we did, out of a center. I mean, corner, Brandon Quick, still there. And I wanted that corner. Do we go Brandon Quick? 6'2", solid except his strength. A man, A press, B tackle, but D play rec isn't that great. Don't really know these other interior offensive linemen. I mean, George Maggie. No. About guard. Paul Stanley. No. Tight end. No. These safeties that we can convert to corner. Not really. So, not liking the board. Could trade out. But we're just going to go with the guy we have on our list. Brandon Quick.
Next up, the Jets are on the clock.
And we're just going to stick and pick.
On the clock now, the New England Patriots.
Could go Patriots have drafted 2 quarterbacks in the past. Bailey Zapp, Mac Jones. They just took another quarterback, I think, even with Drake May. Joey Thomas.
The Chicago Bears are on the clock now. The New England Patriots are now on the clock.
Do need a backup edge. Now realizing the age of Matt Judon and basically on a 1-year deal, even though we gave him 2 years, which could be the position we need the most going into next season, after this upcoming season. He may have found one.
The San Francisco
What a
49ers
steal.
are now on the clock.
What a steal. Diamond in the rough type of pick right there in the 5th round.
Next up, the Patriots are on the clock.
We could go good at safety, but we could use depth at free safety. Patriots love their safeties. Has 8 hit power. I like my safeties to be able to tackle though. Got to be able to tackle. Darren Brennan, just a big hitter. What is this tackling? BD. I don't know if he's worth the pick there. We need offensive linemen. We have to take an offensive lineman. Two elites, but doesn't look elite. Gonna take him.
On the clock now, the Chicago Bears.
It will probably double dip
It's the New England Patriots.
on O-line. Did we
On
take the
clock.
safety? I don't think we did. So yeah, we'll go safety. We won't double dip. We'll take the big hitter right here, Darren Brennan. Can hit hard. So
Are now on the
make some
clock.
plays on special team, cause some fumbles, hopefully, and we'll end the draft. But not as strong as a draft that we had in year 1, as we get trade offers now after the draft for Jerron Bentley. It's crazy. Couldn't make a call during the draft. Shaq Mason, bring him back to the Patriots. But not liking any of those. Probably trade him in the preseason or at least keep him for another year. But we'll look at how he did in the draft recap. And not as bad as I thought. The first 3 picks were actually great. 79 hidden dev. This guy has got to be generational, bro. He is going to be, and we got him, Barmore, and Keon White. What a young defensive line unit that's just gonna go to work in the trenches, man. And then Darren Hardison, our second pick. We pivot away from the corner. I was hoping to get the corner, then get Hardison in a 3rd round pick that we did not have. We get him, we reach for him, and it worked out for us. It reminds me so much of the pick that we just made from the reigning defensive rookie of the year. Forgot his name already. I think it's like Carlson or something. But great first 2 picks. And then the corner, Brandon Quick, no dev trait, but 75 overall is great. He's going to come in and compete with Marcus Jones. Great man coverage, great press coverage. Needs to work on his zone a little bit. But he's going to be a great cornerback for us. Come in and replace Jonathan Jones. And then we got, backup quarterback. And then his power rusher, I forgot. We got another hidden dev. He can learn and sit behind Matt Judon for a year or 2, depending on how long we keep him. So that was actually a good pick. Probably one of my favorite picks besides the 1st round pick, defensive tackle. And then the center actually wasn't that bad. And then the free safety wasn't that bad. They're just kind of one-dimensional. But looking at the draft, I feel like we got the best player. And we did at number 2. We had to trade that 1 pick with the Browns. And we did that. Now that corner. Don't remember his name. I feel like it was Caleb Terrell. Fuck you, Jets. But even though we had another losing season, only 4 wins, it was an improvement technically record-wise from the first year. We let a lot of the old vets go, and in comes some of the new guys: Keon White, Demario Douglas, the rookie tight end. So I think some of those guys will have, and even Christian Barmore, and especially some of those guys getting the contract like a Christian Barmore. They got their money. They are emerging, or on the verge of emerging. But I think going into year 3, with some of this younger talent we got, and this defensive tackle that we just drafted, that may be generational, maybe like an Aaron Donald Bill. I think we should be able to make a push, even though the Bills just won a Super Bowl. Just spent heavily in free agency. Dolphins did lose Jalen Waddle though, in free agency. So hopefully we make a push up in the division rankings. But that'll wrap it up for part 2 in this Madden 24 New England Patriots realistic rebuild. Stay tuned for part 3.